I have a few notes about this. And, like, I'm going to try and actually be succinct about it. Though there's just a few notes about ethnic differences. Okay, like, I met some cool white people that were like, they were cool, and they had cool female friends that were just friends, and we were all kicking it. And, like, as far as the females were concerned, there were ethnic differences. Like, okay, so, like, they're not really interested in dating you, though. Not actually, though they like you. Okay? Though, I mean, you think about the total population, and I'm serious, like, white girls are not gonna date even a Hispanic guy. Not at all. Okay? White girls scarcely date a Negro guy. I mean, it's really rare. Okay? Now, you think about Spain and the history of Spain. They were Muslim people. Hmm. Yeah, and then the Catholic Church tried to invaded them, okay, and converted them all to Christianity. Okay, Catholics were white. They were sort of white. Yeah, they were white mostly. Okay, Hispanics and Mexicans. Okay, they're mostly Persian ethnically to this day. Okay, I mean, it's just really rare that a white girl would even consider dating a person of a separate ethnicity. And amidst the cool white people, like, there are ethnic differences. Like, as a teenager, I thought that about black people. Like, there were ethnic differences, though. Ethnic differences. That's really all. Like, I got along with some black people. I really did. And black girls loved my hair, curly hair, and they wanted to touch it and all that. Okay, yeah, and they were cool people, though. Like, there were definitely some ethnic differences. I actually dated a Negro girl for a while. And we were sort of friend dating. We really were. We were just kicking it as friends. And, like, yeah, and she'd bring her kids to my house, and we'd have dinner, and then we'd watch a film, and we'd sit around and listen to music, and we'd just sit and talk, and they'd fall asleep, and it was her and I awake at night talking until they decided it was time to go. And she'd round them up at about 10 or 11, and they would get in the car, and I'd help her get the kids into the car, and I mean, it was like a bunch of fun. We were really good friends. Though I was still sort of waiting for her to, like, because Negroes actually are a little bit different, okay, sometimes, in their attitude and some things. And, like, she's going to be mean to me. She was mean to me a couple of times, so it wasn't real bad, not actually, though. I was waiting for it to actually get really bad. Though, like, I really liked our relationship. We were monogamously friend dating, man, and it was super cool. I really liked it, right? Though it's not that common, people, not at all. And, like, as far as, like, flirting with white girls on in Facebook, I picked a couple of white girls, Bailey Sarian and Jodelle Furlan, because I thought, like, compatibility wise, we would probably get along, probably. Like, I could talk with Bailey about things, I would figure, like, things that she would find interesting, and I would find her really interesting, and, like, and yeah, and she would find me really peculiar. She'd probably like me quite a lot. And the same with Jodelle, for different reasons. Like, maybe we would get along really well. Like, we would be sort of compatible friends, okay? And in a relationship, friendship is important, man. Like, most of the time, you're just friends, okay? I mean, seriously, most of the time you spend together, you're just kicking it as friends, okay? Though, like, I thought it would seem, like, really friendly. Because there are some cool people, cool white people that I like, though I've got this political point about good society and in amidst America, and I'm tribal, and it's like, okay. Yeah, so the white Americans said, well, the tribals were savages, so we killed most of them and we stole everything. And what's really humorous about that? What's really humorous about that Actually, it's that most of the Gaian population believed him. Jolly good, righto. They were savages, so they killed most of them and stole everything. How about that? They believed them. They believed that. Yeah. Oh, okay, so they're savages. Yeah. Okay. And then America showed what they were about. Yeah. Okay. Though, like, as far as like the whole, I mean, there are some cool white people though. There really are some cool white people, and so I thought, well, okay, well, the sentiment of like really conveying that would probably sit well if I picked a couple of really cool white girls, maybe, and yeah, like we'd probably be compatible friends, and and there were details, okay, that I wrote about in Facebook. So, like, yeah, there's some sort of cute and friendly and cool munchkin face people. All right, yeah, they're the munchkin face people. Uh, Leftover beers from last night. So, yeah, I really didn't even drink from them. Not actually. Though, one of the things, I'll talk about it later. I'm going to reprise with 3 columns in my Facebook profile. I'm going to mention this thing about dating, though I wanted a video to sort of go with some of the skinny of the point. Yeah, just because. I mean, though, there's actually a contentment about being single. There really is. I mean, just that couple of times a week of taking care of business, like 30 minutes or whatever, and the cost of the toy and all of that aside. I mean, because that costs much less than that girl does, I promise. Though, I mean, having a compatible friend as well is really cool. Yeah, and like thinking back on some of the experiences within a few past relationships, and it's like, wow, there were some really cool things, though. I mean, because she's gonna do what she's gonna do, right? And like, cool memories and things like that, right? And like, I mean, having a compatible friend is really sort of cool. Girls at a younger age are really sort of silly because, like, they can have anybody that they want, is what they figure, okay? And if you got it big, they're gonna leave you, probably. Yeah, they're like really silly girls, okay? I mean, they just are. I mean, you got a porn star size thing, man, and they're gonna leave you, okay? Because they don't think about things. Not actually, like after they have a couple kids, and that little guy is raping their butts at night. Because else it's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, and I mean, they're not thinking about things, not actually. And if you're a cool guy, okay, you're cool and you're friendly, you're really considerate, and like, there's not much like, no, she's not in the mood, okay, and you're cool with that, all right. Like, she's gonna leave you as well. She is gonna leave you, and like, you just got to get, okay. And if you got a couple kids, though, you might want to stay single. You really might, because it's nice. I mean, it's like, well, okay, if I want to listen to music, guess what? I can just listen to music as loud as I want. I can crank the stereo up and so forth. If I want to play video games, I can even play video games in my living room on the big screen anytime I want. Okay? And like, everything that I do and make, I've only got to do and make for me. And it's all mine. I get to keep that. There are some nice benefits, though, as well, like the companion thing is really super cool. Like, that's, that's really cool though. Like, if you find somebody that's really compatible and so forth, then yeah. Though there really are ethnic differences, and sometimes, man, it's like they're cool people. Though there are ethnic differences, it's just that's not a problem, not at all. I mean, there are probably some Negroes that have quite a perspective about that because, yeah, I mean, they're like the Negroes, like they seem to get along somewhat with some amidst some white people, and yeah, and like uh, they probably got a perspective about that, like the whole ethnic differences thing, because it's not that common that a white girl would date a black guy, for an example, or anybody that's not white, not at all. And so I just thought it would seem friendly, yeah, to flirt a little bit. Uh, though the whole ethnic differences, I mean, some of those girls and the guys as well. I mean, and I'm not talking about dating, not actually. Though to mention that about that, it's like I've had some friends that were gay. They were really intelligent people, like more contextually intelligent within a contrasting pair of a majority of the population, and they're gay. Like, what's that about? Uh, I think that it's because they think with their X chromosomes as well. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A bunch of guys look at each other and they're all wide, and one guy's mean mugging and they're all mean mugging and get along. Okay, and they're looking at and listening to each other. Oh, why? And I mean, like, though it's like the bar wanted the judge's seat. Go figure. Okay. Yeah. I will not have you make a mockery of this courtroom. I won't have you make a mockery of legalities, bud. Not at all. Though you do it anyway. And amidst that, white people were really comfortable taking the NASA jobs and so forth for a little clue. And I think it all means something. Like, yeah, they have their stolen opportunity automobiles. And oh, yeah, that's real cool. Real cool looking car. And then the guy gets out of the car. And what? Uh huh. And so though he's got something to say, so he strikes up some conversation, okay? And they're like little starts of conversations that go nowhere. Because there really are ethnic differences, and that's cool. I mean, I just like being friendly, alright? I mean, like, I'm sort of smart, actually. Sort of really reasonable, with consideration of what's consistent to reason. Okay, that's sort of uncommon amidst the larger population of people. All right, it really is. I promise. Some people have noticed, and some people are sort of cool and still there are ethnic differences, and that's cool. And sometimes, I mean, I've actually, there were a couple girls that I dated that were white, and they were sort of smart and cool girls, and we got along. Yeah, though most of the girls that I actually dated were half tribal. And in Miss America, okay, so their mom is tribal and their dad is white, so that makes them an eighth in Miss America. That makes them like an eighth tribal. There's some really irritating things, like really nonchalant, casual, like people don't even notice they're being terrorists, not actually, and they are. Yeah, I mean, all sorts of shitty. And it's like tribals cope with that, okay? Though, like, there really are ethnic differences, and sometimes a cool girl, like, she just wants to be on the same playing field as the guy that she's with. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Uh, Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make them less cool. Like you thought they were cool before that, and like there wasn't even a before anything though. Not actually. Like it's sometimes an understood thing. Okay, though I'm not trying to actually put people off. Not at all. I wanted my intention actually was to reflect that like really I have serious like good sentiments towards some people, and I really promise about that. Even amidst all of the bullshit, okay, there are some people that are really cool, and I just sort of wanted to convey that amidst all the frustrations. And you would imagine that I've just like I'm not being sincere, not at all. Like you might imagine that, okay. So no, I'm serious. Like there really are some cool people that are likable. Believe it or not. No, I'm serious about it. They really are. They're really likable. And yeah, I just wanted to like give a bit of substance that about that. Like uh, some people, yeah, I've met some people that were likable. Really, yeah. Even amidst all that I cope with, yeah, even yeah. Oh, because it's because I have a good society plan and because I'm so smart. Bet. Okay. Though there are other tribals as well. They still like they still like some white people. Yeah, there's some that are all right. Really. And Jason could fuck off if he said otherwise. Even maybe. Yeah, because they people like cool people, man. Okay. That's pretty much it.